Rebuilt and rebooted for 2013, the LA Ironmen have loaded up a new program in search of another championship for the legendary franchise. It's been 3.5 years since their last win, and they're hungry to get back to the top of the game. Mike Hinman has replaced Kevin Brethauer as head coach, bringing in his intense mentality and practice regimen. The roster is radically different than the beginning of 2012, acquiring the #1 American player Marcel Margot, who's been promoted to team captain. They lost longtime players Brandon Short and Kyle Spickett to San Diego Dynasty, but picked up a once-dominant Alex Goldman, who wants nothing other than to prove to the world he's still one of the best snake players in paintball. Stephen Pitts, who's an experienced, highly underrated gunfighter, and Corey Bornstein, who played last season with Excessive, have also been added to the mix. With all the new weapons and current members, like last year rookie standout Alex Rodriguez and vet Mike Paxton, they are one of the early favorites to win in 2012. Seattle Thunder made it to Sunday's quarterfinals in their first pro PSP event last year, but stumbled at the rest of the events, plagued by penalties and underperformance. Team captain and longtime veteran Corey Field refuses to let this happen to his team in 2013 and is running with the hardest crew that he can find. On the D side, we will see Andrew Stoddard and the young Nico Perry, who has yet to live up to his vast potential. Jack Kermian returns to the Thunder lineup, as does Scotty Knight, who both turned in solid performances last season. Tommy Tucker and rookie Burton Tuttle have joined the squad. They're only running with 8 players this event, and everyone on the roster is hungry to prove Seattle Thunder deserves a place with the best teams in the game.
All right, here we go. Los Angeles Ironmen about to play their second game of the event as they won against the Tauntauns, and now that they've had a game to warm up, I'm wondering if we're going to see a little bit more aggression out of the Ironmen. Again, they did win the game, so, you know, hey, it's like we always say, just win, baby. Just win the game.
All right.
Just win the game. But again, the Ironmen are trying to build a championship quality team again. So it's not just about winning. Of course, that's step one for them, is win the games. But you talk to these guys, you talk to Marcel, you talk to Hinman, you talk to Alex Goldman. They really are seriously trying to rebuild that team to be a dominant championship for the long haul. Here we go, Alex Goldman coming back to Ironman. He won championship with them beginning of his career. And let's see, how he's matching up against Nico Perry, who's one of the young up-and-coming guys on Seattle Thunder. And Alex Goldman didn't have an amazing first game, but pretty solid stats. Middle of the pack, consistent, okay. Nico Perry kind of trailing though a little bit, not as good on the survival rating. Nico Perry's big issue right now, it's not a level of talent, it's not that he doesn't play enough paintball, it's just, it's a mental thing for him. But it's tough because he's the youngest guy in the league. And we know, we were all young guys, up and coming guys, and all been there before, and that's a tough thing to it's really tough to ask somebody who's 17 years old to start on a professional paintball team and be as good as these 25-year-old guys or older, or young 20s, whatever, that have been playing the game for 5-6 solid years, traveling the world doing it. So yeah. It is a big, but he is here and he's competing with these guys, and those are his peers now. So he needs to believe in his talent. So, and that's pretty much all of Thunder. Like, Thunder is a very talented team, but the biggest problem for them is they have really had big issues with penalties. They've got to play clean this match to have a chance. This game brought to you by Extreme Pros, Garden Grove, California, Los Angeles. If you're in that area, man, definitely get there. You need any paintball gear in the Los Angeles area, you should need to be going to Extreme Pros.
Oh, Mike Paxton takes one in the leg on the breakout. But pretty standard, solid breakout. Gonna get Marcelo Margot up to Dorito 2 right away. And I believe that's Alex Rodriguez to the inside of him now into Dorito 1. Stephen Pitts and Alex Goldman again in the two temples for the Ironmen. Alex Goldman working across the field. We see Corey Field getting shot first for Thunder. He's walking off the field right now.
That's uncharacteristic.
And that's trading back center for back center, big guy for big guy. Ironmen and Thunder right now. 4-on-4, but number 19 gets shot out of the center of the field.
Jack Cremian, man, survivability for Thunder has also been an issue. They have good field position. They're starting to push up. If they lose field and Cremian out of their bunkers, as the Ironmen are starting to win some gunfights.
Yeah, Marcelo Margot gets that body out of the middle who's trying to lock him off. Now he's going to bump into that Dorito 3. He's got a player in his mirror who Marcelo just owned. As soon as he came out, number 21, Burton Tuttle, walked right out, came into Marcelo's gun. So Marcelo Margot doing work right now with 2 kills this match, or this point.
Yeah, so Marcelo and Goldman, both effective so far, and Alex Rodriguez backing up Marcelo over there on that Dorito side. And we're seeing bodies start to come off. Here comes Goldman running down the field, and A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez closing the distance.
Great. It's a nice slow controlled push by Ironman. I mean, nothing fancy, nothing crazy. Just nice team. It's good teamwork.
Yeah, that was a good solid, good solid standard play.
It was solid standard play. They came out. I wouldn't say. I'm not expecting them to be running the 50s off the break, but you know what I saw there that was different than before was body language. Did you see the change in the body language from the Ironmen? They weren't playing as tight in their bunkers. I don't mean that in a bad way. Just looked a little bit more confident, and we're going to be right back after this.
Want to catch the best paintball videos on the web? Then tune in to paintballaccess.com. Fill your mind with compelling articles, player stats, and the best interviews in the business. And this season, paintballaccess.com has become even hotter with exclusive videos from the CXPL. The CXPL is easily Canada's largest tournament, featuring real X-ball with 15 balls per second and 25-minute halves. Drop by paintballaccess.com for exclusive footage from Canada's hottest tournament.
Ever wonder how your order gets from ansgear.com to you? Using our fast and efficient processing method, your purchase is pulled, verified, and shipped to your door quickly and accurately. Every order is checked for accuracy 3 times before it leaves the warehouse. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner and at an affordable price to get you back in the game. Shop now at ansgear.com.
All right, here you go. Down there on the field, the Ironmen, they got Mike Paxson, Danny Park, Marcelo Margot back on the field, Justin Schwartz. Danny Park, he's one of those guys, I'm telling you, if he can get into the snake right away, I would not doubt again. I'm gonna go out on a limb again right now, and I'm gonna say Danny Park to the snake on the break. He's one of those guys, if you can get him in there, he's just a weapon that Mike's got in his bag that he can pull out and get a big game out of from time to time. Danny Park, he's that young, hungry kid, that just wants to get his job done. He's fired up. You could tell him to run around this whole entire event butt naked and bunker somebody, and he'll do it. That's the type of kid that he is.
Yeah, he's got a lot of fire, a lot of fight in Danny Park.
We saw that standard breakout from the Ironman first point. I think they're going to start coming aggressive now. They hit about 3rd gear last match. I think we're going to start seeing fourth maybe this afternoon.
I'm telling you, I saw it in their body language. I think it's coming. We'll see, though. Remains to be seen. Here we go. Danny Park all the way to the snake off the break, and the Ironmen are in there rolling their guns, looking like they want to make some moves, and Thunder able to keep 5 bodies alive as well. Nope. Looks like they're starting. I see the referee signaling.
Yeah, they're all worried about Danny Park right now, who comes around Snake 2 and crawls into the 50 Snake, and he should start going to work here right away.
Yeah, if Fields got Corey Field getting shot early, and so Danny Park able to get all the way past the 50-yard line.
And gets that shot across the field.
Yeah, he's going to have another one as Thunder loses Olsvik, number 88, out of the mini race bunker. Danny Park goes into the mini race bunker on their side of the field, and just 1 body left now alive.
Oh, Danny Park just had a field day over here, man. Danny Park looking fast, getting all the way into the snake off the break, immediately goes to the 50-yard line and just starts chopping people up. So nice job. Then you called that, Todd. You're like, hey, if Danny Park's in, man, look for something crazy to happen. So nice job. There it is, man. The Ironmen are starting to pick it up. And with 16:55 left to play, score going to be 2-0. Let's see if Thunder can get back in it. We'll be right back. we go. Let's see if Thunder can get something going here. And, they've been playing clean, but it's going to be a tall order because if the Ironmen are starting to find their form, then Thunder is also going to have to really get in it, and it's going to be really tough.
Look at Mike Hinman down there. He's got the bag of tricks, starting to open it up.
Well, who's he bringing out for this one?
Okay, look at this. You got Eric Humphreys right there. You got Alex Goldman, Stephen Pitts lined up in the middle. You got A-Rod, and you got Marcelo. So the big man, Mike Paxson, in the middle, who had been jumping out to that tall can. I think this is where Mike Hinneman's just going to start unleashing the beast over here. What we always seen from Stephen Pitts before is, he's one of those guys that's really good at attacking the middle. You see Alex Goldman and Eric Humphreys. I wouldn't doubt Eric Humphreys come out to this corner to allow Alex Goldman. Actually, no, I think Alex Goldman probably come out to the corner. Eric Humphreys come through.
Yeah.
Look for Stephen Pitts to come up through the middle. Marcelo Margot might try and get extra far on that Dorito side again. He's been making Dorito 2 no problem.
So here we go. Ironmen on the breakout. On your screen right now in the red and black. The classic shield on their
there you go.
Front of their jerseys, and then all the way to the snake off. No, didn't make it. Not to the snake off the breaker, right behind it. So the Ironmen, solid field position, but yeah, all the way up in the center. And that's
Stephen Pitts.
Pitts is so versatile. He's definitely one of those. He's a 3, kind of like a 2-3 mid guy, back guy. But and then at the drop of a hat, you can send him up to the center, and he can get real small and hold the lane down with the best of them.
Yep, and this is what we want to see out of the Ironmen. They got these versatile players that can get to these spots. Mike can switch these guys up, put them to the temples, put them up the middle. That's the play right there. It comes up the middle. Now, Stephen Pitts always really good at locking off sides of the field, getting those really close shots, and being really aware of what's going on both sides of the field while he's doing it.
All right, well, look at this. Check out the Stephen Pitts right now. He has not dropped this lane at all. He is shutting that snake down, and he's not letting anyone from Thunder get through there. And he literally has not dropped his gun down the entire time he's been in that bunker, getting super small. And if you're looking at Thunder, there's no one in this center. There's no one in this area right here to go and get him out of there. They've got to start flooding bodies through here, because if Pitts is alive in there, all he's going to do is shut this lane down right here and going to keep Thunder from moving forward.
And I just don't see that. They're on their heels right now. The Ironmen are in good field position. They have the snake. They have the center 50. You see Alex Goldman on your screen right there is kind of chilling out. The back corner is the only thing keeping Alex Goldman from coming. Now, if he lets off that lane, I guarantee you Alex Goldman's going to make the move. You can see the shot across the field right there. He's shooting at that tall can in the back spot of Seattle Thunder.
Yeah, Seattle Thunder, they still got 3 guys live. They got Knight. Field is down here in the temple on the snake side. And they still have Scott Knight over here on the snake side as well, I believe. So, they're trying to hold it down right now. If I was Thunder, I would get Tommy Tucker involved over here on the snake side. We saw him get blown up a little bit early last game, but that was heavily due to the penalties that they got.
Yeah, and look at the Ironmen are looking really good in this point as everyone's on their feet now here, sharking down the field, making those power moves past the 50, and Stephen Pitts, man, just masterfully played. He made it there off the break. It could be a treacherous run. Honestly, though, we saw Shock do it all day yesterday, running up there in the center, and really wasn't having an issue getting chopped up there. Once you get past that first couple, I'd say that first 5 steps, and get through that lane, then you're pretty safe. Pitts making that run up there and just walking down that snake side. So let's check out this replay here as that flag gets hanged. Score going to be 3-0. And here it is off the break. Look at Stephen Pitts, even shooting, running, and gunning. Stephen Pitts, if you look at this, Stephen Pitts blocking out perfect, and he goes around, and he's the whole time, he only dropped it down once. There was one little tiny beat, and look at this from the other angle. Perfect, blocks it out, runs around, he runs here, comes around, comes up, and then blocks that, or shuts that lane down, and just would refuse to drop that lane. Thunder didn't really challenge him, though. They didn't send anyone up the center to go get him out of there. I don't even know if they knew he was there, to be honest.
Yeah, Matt, we talk about how important communication is, right? All the time. Number one most important thing, teach at my clinics. But we're going to go to this commercial break, and we'll be right back.
It's been all Los Angeles. Ironmen, Thunder struggling mightily here in their first event of the 2013 season, first couple games, and just can't get the offense going. They struggle with penalties. At least they're playing clean.
Yeah, but I just asked for him. Here's Tommy Tucker stepping on the field now for Seattle Thunder. I've seen this kid play some really good paintball. If he can get over on this snake side of the field and be alive, and have some help behind him, he can definitely be effective. But, right now coming on the field for the Ironmen is Toke Hamill as well. We saw this combo a lot last year with Toke Hamill and Eric Humphreys, those two stepping out the snake side. Mike Paxson back in the game. He's going to pull his gun up the middle and come towards the snake side with them as Justin Schwartz makes a huge move
running
all the way up to Dorito 3 on the break.
Yeah, you're looking at Thunder, makes it into the snake, so finally coming with Olsevik and some aggression, but Justin Schwartz is powering down that Dorito side right now, and he is in really good position to put a lot of pressure on the snake side and drop one in on Olsevik. I think he might have dropped one in. The referee in there checking out Olsevik, and look at, there he is. Look at Justin Schwartz. If we can see that Dorito angle again, there's Olsevik who's getting the shot in, and Justin Schwartz is just rolling his gun down this inside lane right there and was able to get a kill, and he did such a good job. He run and gunned all the way to the 40-yard line Dorito and then just dipped in real quick. Oh, but Justin Schwartz gets greedy in there and gets shot out.
Man, but he lit Corey Field to bits. Corey Field was not happy about that either, walking off the field. But somebody should have told Corey, hey, Justin Schwartz is in the 50, don't go to that mini race.
And if I'm Mike Himman, I'll take that any day. Get up there, get me 2 kills, and I don't care if you get shot at that point. Yeah, I'd love for you to stay alive after those 2 kills, but I'll take the 1 death for 2 kills any day of the week, because then everyone else should be stepping it up. Oh, but Toke Hamill dies early, and he's frustrated. Toke's been struggling a little bit, and he's one of those young, up-and-coming players that was kind of a flash last year and really kind of came on the scene and was very aggressive and had some good points, but still needs some work.
Yeah, well, he had a lot of opportunity last year. Definitely think it helped him out a lot, helped him improve his game, but now he's playing behind Alex Goldman, so he's going to have to play even better.
Mike Paxson gets eaten up by Olsevik.
That was a great shot right there by Olsevik. Knowing where Mike Paxson was, getting up the field, and just, systematically just kind of pinched him off.
This was a very good point for Thunder. Schwartz got all the way down to the 50-yard line, got 2 kills, killed Jack Cremian and Corey Field, 2 of the better players on Seattle Thunder, but Tucker, Burton Tuttle, 2 new guys on the squad, and Matt Olsevik was able, I don't know if he got grazed or what exactly happened, maybe he got bounced or just dodged the incoming paintball, but he was able to stay alive and then ended up pulling it out and owned Mike Paxton, and that in and of itself is an achievement in a gunfight. So Thunder finally getting on the board. We got ourselves a 2-point match, and with 12 minutes and 10 seconds, if Thunder keeps it up, this could be a game, and we'll be right back after this.
Next season on the roster.
We're looking for a guy that's on our heels every weekend.
My name is Wesley Ward. I'm 23. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Scott Kemp, age 26, born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
The attitude thing, man, it's one of those things. Some people like it, some don't.
Hey guys, Nick Stoic here from Houston Heat. What makes the Virtue Spire the best loader in paintball? Not only is the Spire smaller and lighter than the leading competitors, but with a true 200 round capacity, it definitely holds more paint. Find out more at virtuespire.com.
Here we are, first event of the long-awaited 2013 PSP season. It's going to be one of the best ones ever. First event sold out here at Cousins Paintball, Dallas, Texas. I'm Matty Marshall with Chris Lasoy and Todd Martinez, and we're watching the Los Angeles Ironmen take on Seattle Thunder. Now, Seattle Thunder is very much trying to get something going because they got destroyed earlier on today. But that last point, that could be a turning point for them. Potentially could be a turning point for them because they were able to absorb the onslaught of Justin Schwartz coming down that Dorito side, killing 2 of their better players. But then gut check time, Thunder comes back and wins that point and look good doing it. So now we got ourselves a 2-point game right here. And now Ironmen on the breakout as they put Rodriguez, Pitts, Goldman, Park, and Margot on the field.
Yeah, and again, Olsevik gets into Snake 2 first with Tommy Tucker behind him, so we'll see if those guys can do some more work for Thunder. 3-1 game right now. Marcelo Margot really having no problem getting that Dorito 2 on the break. at will. He's been sliding in there. Pretty good run. Gets in there quick. Starts wrapping the wire and bumping up. A-Rod coming in right behind him now. Marcelo goes into Dorito 3. A-Rod's in Dorito 2.
Got great field position for the Ironmen on the D side, deciding to push that side. They have 1 here, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the move made into the snake. Nice teamwork there on the gunfight. Able to get in there. Danny Park is playing well today.
Yeah, Danny Park in snake 2 now. Looking across the field, drawing the attention. May have shot Jack Crimian. He shot... Danny Park shot Corey Field. Jack Crimian shot by Alex Rodriguez. So they're walking off the field right now.
On your screen, that's Marcelo Margot going to work at the 50 Dorito across the field.
And that's what it looks like before most people get shot right there. Marcelo Margot playing in front of him, just wrapping the wire. Such a good gunfighter.
Yeah, look how smooth and methodical Marcelo Margot looks in that Dorito. And then here on the snake side is Alex Goldman coming down to take out Matt Olsvik. And Ironman not letting Thunder get back in this game and winning a very smart point. I really liked the field breakout, or the I like their field presence on that breakout. They had 3 towards the Dorito, and on this particular layout, you kind of got to pick a side. You either send 3 one way or 3 the other. It's tough to transition players from one side of the field to the other. So they start sending guys down that Dorito side, but then off of that delay, when the guns shift, Park did a great job of getting into the snake. And, man, well done for the Ironmen to execute there.
Yeah, Marcelo creates those opportunities by getting up the field, so quick. He gets into Dorito 2 right away, so he doesn't have to battle his way in there. He knows how many guys he's got to put in, comes out, jumps right into that Dorito 3, and then next thing you know, all the guns switch. The Seattle Thunder players had to react to him being up there so quickly that they ran up. Danny Park slid right in and started going to work.
Yeah, so it's looking good out there for the Ironmen, and we're going to be right back.
You in the game. Target up top. It accurately shoots up to 100+ feet with awesome ammo that splats when it hits. And the JT Splatmaster has intense pump action.
I got the flag! Yeah! Did you crush my begonias?
JT Splatmaster. Get in the game. You can look for the JT Splatmaster in the sporting goods section at these fine retailers or at jtsplatmaster.com. For ages 9 and up. Must be 18 or older to purchase. Adult supervision required. JT Splatmaster and accessories sold separately. Optics goggles must be worn at all times.
10 minutes and 20 seconds remain here in this match between the LA Ironmen and Seattle Thunder. Next up, we have the last game of the morning's competition as Los Angeles Infamous going to play 187 Crew, and we are expecting 187 Crew to have a better game than they did today against the Tauntauns, as the Tauntauns got their first win here, and they go 1-1.
And like you said, I'm expecting the 187 Crew to kind of reconfigure what they're doing, change their game plan up a little bit. I expect them to come a little harder up the middle, and hopefully, they give Infamous a pretty decent game.
Well, I'm hoping to. Honestly, if you look at it on paper, Infamous and 187 Crew should match up pretty good right now if Crew transcends, elevates their play, and also because Infamous has been hit with so many different roster changes, but the guys on Infamous are playing hot and hungry. So here we go. As we watch this breakout on your screen right now, you're looking at chaos for Seattle Thunder as bodies are dropping. The Ironmen also lose Steven Pitts up that center, but Danny Park, just getting into the snake. And Toe Camel's got to be careful, because if he's getting out there and getting shot and Danny Park is consistently getting up to the 50-yard line, well, Danny Park's going to be seeing a lot of points at this event.
Yeah, Danny Park's about to get another kill right here if he can just turn that corner. Somebody's telling him not to go, but if he can just go, he will have a free shot. There it is, right there in the backside of Dorito 3.
Good shot by Danny Park cross field, Todd. And here comes another one. Here comes Corey Field taking the walk also. He actually got shot from somebody on the Dorito side of the field.
So that point, the Ironmen make it look easy, as they're about to go up here 5-1, 9 minutes and 25 seconds to go.
Well, they shot 2 on the break on this snake side of the field, Matty, which means this whole snake side was open for Danny Park to come up down and just feast them. And but on the flip side, they lost Steven Pitts going up the center. Scott Knight.
What's also interesting, though, is that Hinman is choosing to go with Danny Park into the snake first. He's the one now on this snake side, whereas we were expecting to see Mouse Goldman be the one on this side of the field.
Ironman word of the day is versatility.
Yes.
What you like about all these guys, honestly, which guy can't you send anywhere. You know, I bet you even if you told Mike Paxton to run to the snake on the break, he probably would. You know, but I mean, you could send Toke Hamill to the snake. You could send him up the middle. You know, take a look at this replay real quick right here.
Yeah, so check it out here on the replay. You're looking at the Ironmen, and look at this. You can pause this right here. Look at this awesome layout. They have a breakout. You got Danny Park, boom. He's going all the way to the snake off the break. Look at this. They got this gun up. They got this gun up. They got Mike Paxton coming around here, getting his gun up down that Dorito side of the field, and then Margot sliding in over on that side. And then if we play it through, Pitts continuing to do or to run that same line that he ran before. But if you look at this time, Thunder was able to counter that because they're countering it with their own aggression. Now, if you look at this, awesome that they're look at this perfect dives right here into Dorito 2, and then taking the snake off the break. I love seeing them coming with some aggression here.
He had actually got shot right on top of the head as he was making that dive right there, Matty. And look at his back player right there. He lost him as well.
But it was Thunder making basically Thunder beat Steven Pitts to the 50 and was able to get that shot right there and take out Steven Pitts, as he was a thorn in the side of Thunder before. So nice heads up play. Would you see who that was going up the center for Thunder?
I did not actually.
I think it might have been Scott Knight.
Yeah. So we have a timeout right now, Seattle Thunder timeout, and we are in the pits.
You know what, Todd? They're down there with Thunder. What are you thinking right now? I mean, it's a 5-1 game. You know, you're not playing bad, but you're not playing up to your potential either. What are you talking about as a coach down there, then?
Well, I mean, they had 2 tough games this morning. The first one, they got a ton of penalties and got smoked down by Infamous. And this one, it's not like they're getting penalties. They're just getting outplayed. You know, so it's tough when you got 2 games like that, and you know they really haven't had many opportunities to really get a whole team game going. So, I mean, they really just need to, you know, everybody relax, lock it up, and get back together. We'll see if they can get back in here. Minute 32 left for the break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
And we are back. Seattle Thunder, with 9 minutes and 9 seconds remaining, could absolutely score 4 points to tie it up, take it into overtime. We will see, though. Looks like we have Lauren Kelly with an update from the sidelines. What's up, Lauren?
Hey guys, down here in the Thunder pit for the timeout. The guys are all just kind of arguing. They can't figure out what they can do to survive. Right now they're going to send Scotty and Tommy down the snake side and triple up on the D side to see if they can get some points. But all of them are saying they just can't survive and they're in a pinch and they don't know how long they can hold out. So we'll have to see if they can bring home a point. Back to you, Maddie.
Well, that's interesting, actually, because what that tells me is that the Ironmen, we talk about pressure, the Ironmen are gunfighting well. They're putting the paint exactly where they need to be to get those kill shots and to keep Thunder from trying to execute their game plans.
Yeah, and coming hard again down the Dorito side is number 5 for the Ironmen, Justin Schwartz, into the 50 pretty much right away. Shot a player on the break and just kept going. Shot number 19 out, Jack Crimian on the run, smoked Tuttle. And then Corey Field ended up wearing it because of that from Marcelo Margot. So what a play right there. And here comes Alex Rodriguez, as he loves to do, run down and clean out the last body. Scott Knight over here in the corner on the snake side. So very quick point right there. I mean, they're pretty much just getting burned up from each side of the field. You know, if Ironmen come down the snake hard right away, you know, you got to look that way. And then Justin Schwartz is booking down the Dorito side hard right. I mean, That's twice that Justin Schwartz has basically ran to the Dorito 3 on the break.
And that's something that if I'm scouting this game and I'm watching out there, I'm thinking, okay, well, if I see Justin out there, that's one of their weapons right now, because he's able to consistently make it all the way to that spot. You know, Justin's not a very big guy, and he's pretty fast, and he's able to run and gun well, and he's really using the skills that he has to get it done out there. But Thunder, and let's look at Justin Swart. Survival rating, 78%. That's ridiculous for the front guys. You know, up until this point, he's producing some kills. Not spectacular on the kill count, but definitely getting it done out there. And his win percentage is also high, and he's getting a lot of spins. As well he should be. Justin Swartz is stepping it up for the Ironman right now.
Yeah.
And we're going to be right back after this.
We've just done a lot to make the loader smaller, lighter, tighter, simpler, more reliable, more consistent, just a better product in almost every single way. It is the lightest force feed loader of its type on the market. It's also now, with this smaller body profile, the smallest force feed loader on the market. Everything's taken care of automatically by the sensors in the loader. Put it on your gun, play paintball.
And we're back on the field. The Ironmen 1 point away from taking down Seattle Thunder, getting their second win here in the morning's competition. The first event of the PSP season here, a little outside Dallas, Texas at Cousins Paintball. Next up, we have Los Angeles Infamous going to be taking on 187 Crew, and Infamous dismantled Thunder earlier on today. And Infamous looked good, to be honest. It was tough to see exactly really how good they looked, because Thunder spotted them 3 points right away with getting 2 major penalties. But Infamous, you could see by their body language that the veterans they have on that team, they know where they're at right now. They realize that individually they're going to have to switch things up from what the positions they were playing last year. Some of them are in similar positions, but there's been a lot of change for them, and they know it. But they have a lot of experience, and they're going to be playing a team that, coming off their freshman year last year, those two teams met 3 times in 2012, and Infamous won all 3 by an average of 4.5 points.
Yeah, you know, and Infamous, when you give Infamous a lead like that, they tend to put the nail in the coffin pretty quick, and they don't give up easy. You know, they don't give up many points when they get to that position.
So Danny Park continuing to start for the Ironmen, and but he gets taken out. So, you know, Danny Park, man, they should just send him to the snake.
Yeah,
you know,
he's so fast.
Yeah, he's snake. Well, the tough thing is that, you know, if you keep doing it, obviously they're going to pick up on the tendency. And Danny Park should be staying alive in that bunker behind the snake. He shouldn't be getting shot out of there.
Right, you know, and Justin Swartz is just playing phenomenal on that Dorito side of the field for the Ironmen as well. I think those two together are playing incredible paintball right now.
Oh, so the Ironmen have completely lost their snake side. They have no one on the snake side. The 3 bodies you're looking at right now on your screen, the only 3 bodies left alive for the Ironmen. And Mike Paxson, who's in that center, is going to have to either try to dig out over here or get his guys going up that Dorito side, because as it stands right now, they're stuck in that back corner bunker of the field.
Yeah, I mean, this is the point in the game where all the guys on the Dorito side start looking towards the snake side. You know, Thunder really needs to attack the middle or push into that 50 Dorito to make them remember that they're there, so that the snake guys can have a little bit more of a free run. Olsvik tried to come across, but A-Rod just pumped that lane on the back of the snake and shot him in the goggles trying to dive in there.
Mike Paxson coming out to the snake side of the field, trying to lock it down on here.
He's able to make it out, though.
Oh, and see, Jack Creamian didn't know he actually filled out here, Matty, and he just comes up the middle and just gets smoked.
And if you're, you know, Thunder must be able to capitalize when they have situations like this, when they're able to go up bodies. But Tommy Tucker and Nico Perry, only 2 players left alive here for Seattle Thunder.
And Nico Perry gets shot. He's going to back up. And Alex Rodriguez going to put Tommy Tucker down to close out the game. I mean, the Ironmen have finished both of their games by bunkering people. And just...
And you know, Tommy Tucker actually was out here on the corner on the snake side of the field, you know, in the pits right there with the Ironman, Mike Hinman, you know, congratulating Marcelo Margot.
Oh, look at the smile on Mike's face. He's got to be happy. His team's got 2 wins today, and they looked substantially better in this game than they did in their first game, and that's to be expected. They got a little bit of a slow start, but really starting to find it. You can see that individually and as a team starting to play out with each other well and just having good games man-to-man. So Ironmen look really strong, starting to look like one of the favorites here. Though I still think this division doesn't look as good as the division that we saw yesterday in the first day of competition.
Absolutely, you know, and I like you said, if you're Mike Hinman, he's a smart guy. He knows that he takes these wins in stride, but he knows it's a tough road ahead of him too. Let's go ahead and take a look at this replay, Matty.
Yeah, so here comes Alex Rodriguez, and this is kind of becoming his signature move here. is that as soon as he gets a chance, which is what we saw a lot out of Nick Laval last year. Look, the really good 2s and 3s in the league, as soon as they get an opportunity to go and kill that last guy, get him off the field, they're making it happen, and Alex Rodriguez is just stat stuffing like a wild maniac out there.
Stat stuffing. So beautiful day out here. Ironmen taking the win 7-1 over Thunder. Next up, we have Infamous and the 187 crew ready to go to work. You know, Extreme Pros, thank you very much for sponsoring this game. Extreme Pros, I actually have been to that store many times. Steve down there, the owner, great guy, great spot. If you guys in the area over there in Garden Grove, go ahead and check out that spot if you guys get a chance.
Speaking of spots, the second event has been announced, the Cinco de Mayo weekend for the PSP circuit. It's going to be at OXCC, Rick Carver's field. And man, that is such a great event site out there in Maryland. And if you're on the Eastern Seaboard and you haven't been to that field yet, man, you've got to get out there and play. And our second event's going to be there coming up before we even know it. Can't wait for that tournament. And looks like we have Lauren Kelly on the sideline. She has Alex Rodriguez. What's up, Lauren?
Hey, we are down here with Alex Rodriguez, A-Rod from Ironmen. You ran down the field in that last point. What were you thinking? That was an awesome move.
Saw the last guy. I knew we had like 4 bodies up. Just wanted to go out, get some blood, have some fun, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.